You gotta stop punishing yourself to get ahead. That's not gonna work. You have got to stop punishing yourself for not being where you want to go just yet. Punishing your way to success is not a thing. You've got to allow now money so that you are nourished enough to make the journey to your goal. You've got to stop punishing yourself. Punishing yourself is an obsolete and an old way to force you to focus, and that was picked up from your past, and we need to talk about it. I'm Sensei Victoria Whitfield. Sensei means teacher, and so I am a Reiki master teacher, and I am a master coach to self-employed spiritual seekers who are out there serving others, doing what they love, and are unfortunately too stressed to take the actions that they know generate the income and impact that they're called to. My joy in these love letter messages to you every week is making sure that you raise your vibration so that you can serve the people that you're called to. Now, if that speaks to you, right? If you want to clear that stress away so that you can get out there and serve big and love on people, solve problems, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Share this with someone who you know is also too stressed to follow through with what they know they should be doing. This message is for them. Now, this is the second in a 5-episode series on chapter 2 of Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil, The Secrets to Freedom and Success. So we are working through chapter by chapter, bit by bit. And this is an amazing book about self-sabotage. If you know that you're someone who gets in your own way, this is the book for you. And my joy is helping people get out of their own way, and that's why we're reading it together, right? And having commentary. Let me know, what do you think about this? Comment below if you've read the book or you're listening to it on YouTube, right? I tend to read and listen so that I can retain, right? Is anyone else like me who reads and listens? Oh, maybe I'm weird, right? I have a little bit of ADD, so I gotta focus, right? With that, the topic of the day from my spirit guides for you to know, the message for you is stop punishing yourself and allow your now money to nourish you, to support you on the path to your dream business, right? Building the dream. Now, I'm gonna tell you a story of one of my private clients is an amazing young man who's a very talented chef. And he came to work with me around creating his new business and trying to get that off the ground in a holistic and authentic way, right? Unique to his energy type. Awesome. That is definitely my wheelhouse. And the challenge was he is behind on his bills, right? He's struggling with his personal fitness and nutrition, and he's kind of just walled himself into a cave, mentally speaking, of like, I've got to do this or nothing else. How many of you know what I'm talking about, right? All or nothing? Type all or nothing if that's you too, if his story is your story, in the comments. And I'm the same way. So of course, Spirit attracted him to me so that I could minister to him and help him open. I get the chills. Woo! Thank you for that confirmation chill, angels. Of course, he was attracted to work with me to make sure that he is balanced. Because what happens when we go all or nothing, this is actually what my spirit guides say is an internal corporal punishment. So if you in the past were raised with getting, spankings or getting yelled at, like that punishment was more intense in your house, or shamed or criticized, right? Or that shock from the past, that pain applied, whether it was physical, mental, or emotional pain applied to help you mature as a child, right? To raise you up as a child. That old form of punishment being connected to learning and focus from your childhood is now coming into your all or nothing behavior patterns in the now. Wow. And that is obsolete. You no longer require to beat yourself up. In spiritual truth, you need to know this. Right now, you may think as I'm saying this to you, oh yeah, no. I've got to say, shut up, stupid, hurry up. What are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Like all the trash talk that we do inside our heads. Yes or yes. Right, you can put a trash can emoji in the comments if you're following along. If you know what I'm talking about here, where we beat ourselves up in order to focus, or beat ourselves up in order to be on time, or beat ourselves up in order to be productive and effective and to perform. We've got to beat ourselves up in order to perform. We can decouple from that entanglement of punishment and performance. Punishment and performance does not have to be coupled together. There is a whole other version of you that doesn't require that at all. And what that can look like is you being nourished and encouraged and energized to perform. You being inspired positively by love, by safety, by magnetism and resonance to perform, rather than beating yourself up internally in order to focus. Be kind to yourself if you didn't even realize that the reason why you're a high performer is because it is a knockdown, drag out fight, a slugging match going on in here in your head and in here in your heart. If that's you, I'm sending you so much love. Oh, I get the chills. And letting you know you do not have to punish yourself in order to produce, right? And that's what we're working on with my private client, helping him release those negative patterns, especially with the concept of now money and dream money. So now money is getting paid to do something other than your dream business as you build it up, so that when you're ready, you can transition from relying on now money to the dream money over time, so that you are nourished financially the whole time, so that your kids don't have to not go to the dentist because you're growing your business. That, another one of my clients, that was a situation. Absolutely not. You have permission to receive now money doing something completely unrelated to your dream money, getting paid to do what you love, right? The dream money. Now money could look like helping out another business locally, right? Or doing some contract work, right? Or getting some gigs going here and there, or taking a part-time or temp position, whatever it takes. but you have permission to receive now money as you grow the dream money. And there will come a point when the dream money eclipses the now money. And so you can leave that behind. And when that happens, using both, in the meantime, you have the energy to grow the dream. Without the now money, you will not have the energy, the finances, the financial security, right? The self-care and quality of life you require to build the dream. And now this is nothing new, because in Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil, The Secrets to Freedom and Success, right? And this is about angel and devil, right? Our own inner self-sabotage to stop us from being successful. He talks about going through this very same experience of receiving dream money and now money at the same time. Watch this. He starts off with the dream money of his book, Think and Grow Rich, right? My first royalty check from the sale of my books was for $850. As I opened the envelope in which it came, my other self, his higher self, said, "Your only limitation is the one which you set up in your mind." I'm going to read that again. Your only limitation is the one which you set up in your own mind. Unpause. I am not sure that I understand just what this other self is, but I do know that there can be no permanent defeat for the man or woman who discovers it and relies upon it. The day after Mr. Pelton came to see me in Philadelphia, my other self presented me with an idea which solved my immediate financial problem. The idea flashed into my mind that automobile merchandising methods had to undergo a drastic change, and that future salesmen in this field would have to learn to sell automobiles instead of merely serving as buyers of used car trade-ins, as most of them were doing at the time. It also occurred to me that young men who had just finished college and who therefore knew nothing of the old tricks of automobile merchandising would be material out of which this brand of a new salesman could be best developed. Pause. This idea that's like about training a new breed of automobile salesmen is not Napoleon Hill's dream at all. It's in his wheelhouse. He can speak, right? Speaking is the skill that pays the bills, as one of my friends says all the time. So, okay, he has a skill: speaking, selling, training, teaching. He sees a need. Okay, automobile sales and new college grads. Okay, he has a skill, he sees a need, and he has a financial need, right? He can get paid to help with this problem, help close the gap. And he can get paid how soon? Money? Now money. Unpause. The idea was so distinct and impressive that I immediately called the sales manager of the General Motors company on a long distance telephone and briefly explained my plan to him. He too was impressed by it and referred me to the West Philadelphia branch of the Buick Automobile Company, which was then owned and managed by Earl Powell. I went to see Mr. Powell, explained my plan to him, and he retained me at once to train 15 carefully selected young college men through whom the plan was put into operation. My income from that retainer was more than enough to take care of all my expenses for the following 3 months until the returns of the sale of my books began to come in, right, the dream, including the cost of that expensive suite of rooms over which I had been so concerned at first. Tying this back to now money. He received the insight of like, who can I help? How can I help to make some now money using the skills that I have? Right? Not, I only do what I love and I will not get paid until I'm only doing what I love because I'm righteous and a martyr and amazing and I need to punish myself because I'm not achieving my dream. None of that. No. And what he also didn't do was when he got that first check, he didn't say, okay, buy everything. I'm only selling my books because I got paid once. With love, I cannot tell you, over a decade I've been doing this full time, I cannot tell you how many self-employed people I see throw everything out except for the dream business money when they make their first client. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because you have, to quote him, expenses. Not just in the business, but you have expenses as a human being, right? You need electricity, you need air conditioning, you need water and food, and you need to be taken care of while you build the dream. You need landscapers so that while you're recording, everything is taken care of and beautiful. You need money. And just because you got one sale doesn't mean now you can burn your boats, because that means you have proof of concept. No, baby. You don't have proof of concept until your expenses are all covered and then some. Not until you're in the green. Not until you're in the green. Most of our self-employed spiritual seeker friends in our tribe have no idea what their expenses are, right? I ask you, well, okay, how much does it cost to deliver the, crystal necklace that you made all together? All of it. Everything. Labor, parts, shipping, facilities, right? Sourcing, marketing, advertising, copywriting, web hosting, blah, 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 blah. Education, yours. You have expenses. You deserve now money, right? And by the way, my awesome client, my awesome chef client, you know who you are as you're watching, brother. I'm so proud of you. After we talked about this concept of receiving now money as you build the dream, he immediately manifested work, steady work, so that he can afford to pay yours truly, so that he can afford personal training and nutrition coaching, so that he's healthier, right? So that he could afford to feel good about himself as he's growing the dream business. Is this speaking to you? Who is this for? I don't know who this message is for, but you need to know that you have got to stop punishing yourself to productivity. That's not how it works. Not in your now reality. You are allowed to have now money as you grow the dream business. I'm going to show you the card that I pulled. It is the Queen of Earth as a challenger. So this means we're resisting the Queen of Earth energy. And again, no coincidences ever, right? Earth, the suit of Earth has to do with money and resources, time, money, energy, space, and relationships, right? So Earth is about making sure that you are nourished and you have what you need. You have the resources that you need to have an abundant life. It's the abundance suit of cards. And Queen is all about quality of life, family, community, being warm and connected, feeling your wealth. So Queen is right alongside King, or in that energy of royalty and ownership, right? But as the feminine aspect of ownership, this is you feel like an owner. You feel your wealth and your abundance. You feel your power. You feel good and confident about yourself. And it's upside down, which means apparently we needed to talk about this because you're resisting caring for your quality of life as you grow your dream business. So I'm going to read to you. Remember to enjoy time with other people. You have much to give, whether family, friends, or those less fortunate. Handle any challenges with understanding and warmth, but also with confidence and resourcefulness. The personality for the Queen of Earth is someone who cares about others and is quick to lend a hand. A person who's warm, creative, intelligent, and able to efficiently solve problems. Unselfish, you are. Family-oriented, sensible, excellent with money. Down to earth, yet enjoys beautiful things. So, okay, if you are a family-oriented person, you want to do things with your family. If you are, humble, connected, respected, grounded, but also you enjoy nice things, like you like to be put together and clean and comfortable and peaceful, right? If you are warm, creative, and intelligent and love solving problems and having the energy to solve problems, stop punishing that about you by denying your needs getting met. That doesn't make you more holy. That doesn't make you more respectable. That doesn't make you more hard, right? Oh, yeah, you're so hard. You go without, bro. You go hard. Yeah, okay. You ever heard of burnout, bro? I'm shout out to all my burnout bros watching, and to all my burnout sisters as well, my burnout goddesses. We know going hard only goes so far, baby. When the gas tank is empty, when there's no more oil in the engine, it like the gears strip, everything burns out, fizzles out, overheats, and we're not going anywhere, period, right? If we're not nourished for the journey. So that's why, again, you gotta stop punishing yourself in order to be productive. Allow the now money. And what's going to give you that infusion, right? Because here we are at the end of the video. And you're like, okay, great, Victoria. I gotta go and I gotta get a job. Is that the vibe that you are now coming? If you are coming at this with like, oh, Victoria just told me get a real job so that I can grow my ideal business. Thanks a lot. I feel like crap now, Victoria. That's the last. In fact, that's what I'm trying to get away from right now. Wrong spirit around now money. Napoleon Hill didn't get a real job. He created an opportunity to serve, right? My client, the job that he manifested was not something that is like full-time permanent. He took it knowing that it is growing his dream. I'm not... And he even tells me, he's like, I love this. I can just show up, do the work, and leave. Because I don't care. I don't care about this. I care about this. I care about my dream. I'm here to get my check and leave. Right? You need an energy shift if you've arrived at the end of this video thinking, oh, I gotta just hold on to the crap job that I'm in, or oh, I gotta get a real job because I ain't got no money or something like that. Like, wrong spirit, wrong spirit. You need to be a member of our Be Visionary movement subscription platform, because we have visualizations to help you shift your state so that you can get back into taking aligned action, aligned with your higher self, right? And so sure, you could do a meditation here on YouTube or Spotify or wherever you're watching this, but you can't guarantee that it's made for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. And that's the difference of becoming a member of the Be Visionary movement, right? Visionaries are those who see what's possible and deals with what is. We connect the dots, we get out there and we help people, and we leverage the power of spirit in doing so, because making good money is spiritual. With that, for all my members who are watching, the strategic meditation of the day, your strategic meditation tracker, you're going to log in into our portal, and you're going to go to our member portal on School. Type in the search bar, full moon sacred lake manifestation. One more time. Full moon sacred lake manifestation. It's 19 minutes. You're going to do this once a day this week, preferably after watching this video or right before bed. And when you do this strategic meditation, what it's going to do is shift your energy to release resistance to now money, manifesting the right aligned now money for you and your unique situation, right? Leveraging the power of the full moon, right? For manifesting now money that helps you build your dream so that you arrive nourished. So if you made it to the end of this video, again, make sure you've liked it so that you let the algorithm know that it was worth your time. Thank you for watching to the end. And if you want my help in going deeper and stopping punishing yourself in order to be productive, if you need my help, please reach out, right? Go to victoriawhitfield.com/contact, or click any of the links in the description to reach out. If you don't have the ability to go to that, you can comment session and I will DM you, right? I'll find you and DM you. If you're watching on YouTube and you comment session, I'm going to ask you for your social media handles so I know where to DM you, just so you know. But yeah, comment the word session below and I'll reach out so that we can talk one-on-one about supporting you in releasing punishing yourself to success. It doesn't work anymore, and you know it. Mwah. Remember, you do not have to lose your glow as you grow in life and business. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.